Hello again, everyone. Witch Doctor here, looking at the markets, and I'm looking at the intraday activity of the major currencies that we take a look at. As you know, looking at the dollar index futures and comparing it to the other currencies. You got the dollar on the left, and an hourly chart, and 2 days of price action here. And what we're looking at here is basically yesterday's high and low, and the closing price, of course, but important here to take a look at. Notice that we were really an inside day here. Let's go ahead and establish that idea first. You got an inside day in the dollar index, and of course what that suggests here is a little bit of consolidation. We did try to take out yesterday's high, and we did try to take out yesterday's low, but really it was a sideways trading market here. You can see sideways trading, and yeah, there were some opportunity if you were active on the extremes, taking a look at, you know, buying it on the low and then selling it on yesterday's high. But other than that, it did set up, like you can see, if you did buy it on yesterday's low, you had a pretty decent run back up to yesterday's high, and if you did sell it there, you had a pretty decent run back to yesterday's low. Ultimately, though, you did pretty much close inside of the range, and now the question is whether or not you're going to push in either direction, you know, taking out. We'll be watching here this, you know, today's low and today's high tomorrow to see if we get up through 82.85 or down below 82.45, and then, you know, continue in those directions. Now, when you take a look at the other currencies, you can see here that the Japanese yen, of course, was doing that same kind of you know, a tight range today, really around the lows of yesterday's trading range. You can see not really all that much activity, and ultimately it turned out to be a sideways consolidation here in the Japanese yen. We were able to break down below yesterday's low, but not able to continue. You know, that we were not able to go any further. So if there are truly sellers, then we'll be looking for more. You know, we'll be looking to take out this low. But if we get back above 80, then, you know, it looks like we're going to get back up towards this 80.61 level, and then potentially even higher. The Swiss franc, of course, continuing with the theme here. Nice little inside day. Tried to take out yesterday's highs, but it did chop near the previous session. The upper part of the range of yesterday's trading range. You can see the above the closing price of yesterday, not able to push down below yesterday's low, which is a subtle indication of strength. You know, the buyers holding it, holding the market up here. But the Canadian dollar was essentially the opposite side of the picture here. You can see that the Canadian basically using yesterday's closing price as resistance and closing below yesterday's low, but not really doing it until the end of the trading session. So that gives you the reason why the dollar was chopping sideways, is because the Swiss franc was trying to push higher and the Canadian dollar was pushing lower. On the flip side of the coin here, you can see that the euro was trying to break down below yesterday's low. Did find some buyers here pushing back all the way to 124.95. You know that there's a key level here at 125 even, and ultimately, like you can see, the the overall movement here is trying to push lower, but the pound dollar here is trying to push higher. You can see that we did push above yesterday's high. I started to retrace and then used yesterday's closing price here as a little bit of support before pushing back to the upside, closing near the highs, which is a subtle indication of strength here. But again, with the euro pushing down and the pound dollar pushing up, that gives you another reason why the dollar was choppy. And you can see here the same thing with the Australian dollar here, finding support right around the one even level, the big parity, and we're back above yesterday's highs. So the question here is whether or not this is going to continue higher. But you can see here that the markets were not in complete and total alignment today, and therefore leading to a choppy dollar with the Swiss franc and the Canadian going in the opposite directions, the pound and the euro going in opposite directions, and that does not add to conviction on either side of the market. So hope it helps. Good luck in your trading. We'll see you at the next market wrap.